Introducing Video Use, an open-source tool that lets you edit videos with Claude Code. Drop raw footage into a folder, chat with Claude Code, and it returns a final MP4 file. Works for any content, talking heads, montages, tutorials, travel videos, interviews, without presets or menus. What it does, it automatically cuts out filler words such as and up, removes dead space between takes, and applies an auto-color grade to every segment, whether that's warm cinematic or neutral punch or any custom MPEG chain you choose. It adds a gentle 30-millisecond audio fade at every cut so you never hear it pop. Subtitles are burned into the video in your chosen style. By default it uses toward uppercase chunks, but you can customize that. It can generate animation overlays using tools like Hyperframes, Remotion, Menim, or PIL. Each animation is handled by a separate sub-agent that runs in parallel. Before it shows any edit to you, it self-evaluates the rendered output at every cut boundary. It keeps a persistent session memory in a file called Project MD, so the next week's session picks up exactly where you left off. Setting it up is simple. Paste this prompt into Claude Code, Codex, Hermes, OpenClaw, or any agent with shell access. You're going to set up the Video Use skill from the GitHub repository. First, read the install instructions to install the repository, wire up MPEG, register the skill with the agent you're running under, and set up the 11 Labs API key. Ask me to paste that key when you need it. Then read the daily usage guide, and always read the helpers folder, because that's where all the editing scripts live. After installation, don't transcribe anything on your own. Just tell me it's ready and wait for me to drop footage into a folder. The agent will clone the repository, install the necessary dependencies, register the skill, and prompt you once for your 11 Labs API key. Grab a key at 11labs.io/app/settings/API-keys. Once everything is installed, point your agent at a folder containing raw video files, for example, by running cd path to your videos Claude. For always in editing from your own VPs or via Telegram, run the agent through browser usebox. A short demo is available on TikTok. In a session, type edit these into launch video. The skill will inventory all source files, propose an editing strategy, wait for your approval, and then produce a final MP4 file in an edit folder alongside your sources. All outputs are stored in a subfolder called edit. The skill directory itself stays tidy. If you prefer a manual installation, clone the repository and symlink it into your agent skills directory. After cloning, run a dependency installer, such as vsync or pip install-e, then install MPEG and optionally idlib. Finally, copy a sample environment file and edit it to add your 11 Labs API key. How it works: the large language model never watches the video. Instead, it reads the video through two layers that together give it everything it needs to cut with word boundary precision. The first layer is an audio transcript that is always loaded. A single 11 Labs scribe call per source file generates word-level timestamps, speaker diarization, and audio events like laughter or applause. All these takes are packed into a single about 12 kilobytes of markdown, which the model reads as its primary input. The second layer is a visual composite that can be generated on demand. A function called Timeline View produces a PNG image that shows a film strip, waveform, word labels, and potential cut points for any requested time range. It is only called when the model needs to double-check a decision, so the system never dumps thousands of frames or processes a full video. The overall pipeline is: transcribe the video, pack the data, let the LLM reason about the best cuts and titles, generate an EDL file, render the result, then self-evaluate the rendered output at each cut boundary. If something fails, the system retries a maximum of 3 times before giving up. Design principles guiding video use: the transcript is the surface, visual data is only used on demand, which keeps the system efficient. Audio is the primary source of cuts, with silent gaps marking natural points to splice. The process follows a strict workflow: ask the model for a strategy, confirm with the user, execute the edit, self-evaluate the result, and persist the session state. The system makes no assumptions about the type of content. It simply looks at the data it has, asks for guidance, and then edits. Finally, there are 12 core rules that enforce production correctness, but beyond those the model has artistic freedom. For a full list of production rules and editing guidelines, refer to the skills documentation.